Yo, what's up? This is Dis. I just arrived here at the Knights of Columbus for Brew City Wrestling tonight. The Knights of Columbus is where I started my professional wrestling career at the young age of 16, setting up, tearing down for Mid-American Wrestling, then eventually wrestling here for, I believe, a year before it was kicked out of the city. Now it's back with Brew City Wrestling, and I have a small part in the show tonight. We'll see how that goes. Guest referee, I believe. So I'm going to go in, get some other footage for you, tell you some good stories about Mid-American Wrestling, and we're going to have a great night.
Let it all soak in, then I let it go. Let it all soak in, until you hear it blow. Go, go, until your last breath. I rep, you know I rep Midwest. This be the game, A.D. period. Cannon all the pain, picture perfect and deliver it.
So you might be asking me, why am I in this random ass little stairwell here at Knights of Columbus? Back in the day when I first started, I only got to partake in here 1 or 2 times, but the way that they used to describe going out and blazing was changing your shoes, and this was the frequent room for the shoes to be changed here at Knights. Good times. Blazed times. Dinty, what just happened?
A whole bus of luchadors just showed up.
Yeah, a whole bus.
I cannot believe that. Viva la Mexico.
Looks like they're here to get themselves over.
I think they might want bookings. You can do that.
No, you do that.
No, Mondalucha, call them. It's children wrestling.
I am, but I have to tear up the
We need our tickets now.
That's why I am here now, because they need a commissioner who's going to step down on the rules and make sure it's
Significant other.
What do you mean?
I'm trying to talk them to hanging out at the sponsor bar, because you know dysfunction, how it is.
I like Johnny Kids.
How it is.
We all know how it is, brother. Let me tell you.
Jeff Bennett's worried about the wife.
Yeah?
If Scott Steiner
well, if you're married,
was
just
tell you how it is.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
What would
Scott Steiner.
What would
And those
Scott
big old
Steiner
guns.
say, Jet. Oh, there's a kid here. I can't.
He's a wrestler. He's got
Jet fucking Bennett, you get your fat ass to that bar before I lay you out with my steel pipe, you fat fuck.
Derek, how'd your match go? You are the new BCW No Limits champion.
Third time.
Third time.
Third time, my triumphant return to West Elm.
That's ridiculous.
3 times. 3 times.
And Nick Colucci says nothing like usual. David Lutz takes it in the butts. And Brandon the Rapist Blaze.
What happened to the creeper?
Well, you are the creeper on shows, but we're in the back and
I'm not a rapist.
You're the fucking rapist.
She said, no, don't stop. It wasn't 3 separate words. She said, no, don't stop.
Lutz takes it in the
loved it.
butts.
Yeah, you do. Why do we gotta go shoot?
So your big return to Mid-American leaves you battered and bloody.
Fucking Knights of Columbus, it's got a reputation.
It's a fucking curse, isn't it?
It's not the first time and it's not going to be the last time.
Midwest, that's what I rep. What's that? Area code 414. Check the map, you get that shit right.
Give me some good memory from Knights of Columbus from the Mid-American days.
Oh, Mid-American days. How about the night I got set on fire? How about the time they brought in a 17-year-old champion named Dysfunction?
Tell the story. Tell us a story about getting set on fire.
Hey, no, that was the night I had to change my shoes.
I actually went in that room and I documented the back room, yes.
Did anybody got a bowl? We can go back there and christen it for...
Tell me the story about the shoes. How did that come to be? I like the
we were
story.
in Vegas, and it was Johnny Mercedes, Carmine DeSpirito, Axel Future, and myself. Carmine was looking to buy poker chips with his picture on them. And I had just been diagnosed with diabetes, and my shoes were killing my feet, so I didn't want them all torn up. So I said, I want to go back and change my shoes. All of a sudden, everybody comes in, and Axel opens the room, and here I am with a piece in my mouth, just toking away, and Axel goes, hey, look at Moeller changing his shoes. And now you can even hear that on TNA.
I got married here, but that wasn't my most painful night. It was when I almost personally, single-handedly killed Hardcore Craig in a barbed wire mouse traps match. He was never the same after that. I only missed 2 weeks of work after that, so that was a good time. I think the highlight was the 16-year-old punk named Kurt Kruger or something had his debut here one day. And he ended up only with a bloody nose. I had to carry his sweaty ass to the back. Don't get much better than that.
Frank DeFalco, why don't you enlighten us on a good story from Knights of Columbus in the MAW days?
Well, I wrestled you, Kurt.
That's okay.
It was one of your better matches. Well, yeah, probably. Didn't I hip toss you or something like that?
On a table.
No, we did something over here. No, I did a hip toss and you did some type of reverse salt on my shoulder, whatever. But
yeah.
There's so many memories here at the Knights of Columbus. It's unbelievable. And can you believe that I'm actually talking to Dysfunction again? Unfucking believable!
Let's see, there was the match that Adam Pearce dropped me on my head. Sorry, but you did. Okay, Mahler's here. I remember the great moment when Mahler was wrestling. I don't know if it was Ian or one of Ian's guys. And he sets him up in the corner and sets the chair like in the corner. And he gets up on the chair and he crosses and the crowd is up. And everybody's going around like, oh my God, what's Mahler going to do? And he jumps off with the wimpiest looking Vader crossbody ever. And that's when we all knew it was over.
So that door right there used to hold Carmine's ring.
Yep.
And I used to have to fucking haul that shit up and down before and after every show.
So
garbage.
So did I.
Do you remember when there were H's? Like
yes.
the steel H's?
I remember the first night he got that ring. The guy didn't make the plates correctly, so it was like 3 times heavier than it needed to be.
That ring's a shit. So that's the ring that we still have today.
Yes.
When Mitch and Ian broke the ring.
Oh, there you
Everything fell in. Mitch and Ian had to come out. It happened.
Thank you, Joe. Well, when I first broke in, I was 17, and they had this flea market type of wrestling expo show here, and it was the first time I ever wrestled. I wrestled Frank DeFalco, and I had some friends and family come. You know the new guy shtick. My friend Crystal came, and she was a big fan of Bud Bundy, and if you remember, Chucky Smooth from back in the day looked exactly like Bud Bundy. Long story short, this is where my friend Crystal blew Chucky Smooth for a good amount of time.
My favorite match of all time I had here was against Barfly Mike. We had a street fight. It ended up all over the building. I got to drink a beer during the match. I got to break Mike's nose. He hit me with a bell on the head. I had a scar on there. We both ended up at Def Leppard the next night for Summerfest. Nice. So that's my favorite memory of the Knights of Columbus.
Do you remember when you had that David Hasselhoff-esque mullet fro thing?
No, it was a Brady thing.
It was a what?
It was Brady. It was huge. It was a mane.
It was a mane. I remember being in the crowd and watching your huge puff of hair. Remember when you had that huge oversized world title as a cruiserweight belt?
That was Rashi's belt.
That was the worst cruiserweight title ever, by the way.
That was... Let's see, I don't know who's going to see this, so that was a political decision.
From a fan's perspective, that belt sucked as a cruiserweight belt.
I know, I didn't like it either. He wanted me to make my own belt, but I'm like, no.
That's good stuff.
I like the, probably the most memorable one was the first time I put Corporal, what's his name? I forget his name.
Ian?
No, not Ian.
Hondo?
First table that we broke here.
I don't know.
Standing room only in the place. It was pretty cool.
That's fucking awesome.
That was one of my most memorable moments here. But
yo, so I've been asking everybody else some good stories about Mid-American. Right here in this back parking lot, I sat with my high school girlfriend and watched the show, and after we came out, we talked to Corporal and Too Tough Tony, and Too Tough Tony tried to steal my girl and take her to the bar and fuck her. Was I mad? No. Do I love Tony? Yes. That's one of my little stories here from the Knights of Columbus. I was pretty salty though.
Let it all soak in, then I let it go. Let it all soak in, until you hear it blow. Go, go, until your last breath. I rep, you know I rep Midwest. This be the game, A.D. period. Penning all the pain, picture perfect and deliver it. Sign for the order, pay the cost when you getting it. The signature is real, but the rest of you is counterfeit. You ain't really in the street, melting the summer heat. Ask your girl who she feeling, bet the bitch